Hello, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another Duel Links video. I am definitely still wild, don't worry about that, but I have to actually be sane after a while, so I am indeed planning to get up early tomorrow just so I can be insane in all of my insanity. Yeah, all of it. I don't think it'll be out of my system by the time my sister gets home, but hopefully enough of it will be out of my system that I won't completely break down if she flips her shit. Unfortunately, I feel like that's not... I don't get to decide. I feel like I don't get to decide. Well, I may not get to decide, but at least I don't have it as bad as Merit. As if that means anything! That means nothing. Oh my god, it means nothing. I mean, seriously, my sister is driving me batshit, which is still... I am going batshit, I know, but, you know, at least Merrick's sister cares about him. Why doesn't my sister care about me? She doesn't. She doesn't. I know there are plenty of reasons for someone to not care about their sibling, but I am just, ugh. I show more consideration for her than she shows for me, and it's driving me nuts. She's hurt me. She's damaged me. I feel like I am beyond repair. But we all know that's not true, right? And my opponent is just over here thinking, okay, I've got this one card. My opponent is just mid. My opponent is nothing compared to this deck. And you know what? I got it. I am nothing compared to that deck. But I am not afraid of it. I will destroy it. All of it. Okay, maybe not all of it, but some of it. Bear witness to this, I say it. I bear witness to it. I am bear witnessing it. I am seeing it. And you know what? I am not afraid of damage. I can take it all day. All night. I am perfectly willing. I am not afraid of your damaging cards. So, I will show you just how little I care. In the attacks to come. That's right, in the attacks to come, you mean nothing. You mean absolutely nothing. I attack. You better have a hand trap. Direct attack, I win. You know, imagine if my weird rampage somehow got me to King of Games because I went on a rampage. It would be wild, it would be insane, and it's not happening. I've seen how players duel in this game. There's no way I'm getting to King of Games. Not now, at least. I'm not even sure if it's ever happening. But I enjoyed that. That was fantastic. That was so great. Alright, next opponent. Next opponent. Let's go. A Declan, huh? I see. So you have not been destroyed. Oh, I see how this is going. You picked something else, didn't you? Oh God. You still found a way to make it work. Well, that's perfectly in character of you, isn't it? Alright, go ahead! Strike me down if you dare. But you will be destroyed next. Your winning streak cannot last forever, Declan. Eventually it will end. You know, I don't think it's actually time for those bandless changes to wait a minute. Are they in effect yet? Because I can't remember. Maybe it hasn't taken effect yet. I can't remember, guys. I cannot remember. I mean, remember, I'm kind of on a rampage. A very dark rampage. One that is, less deadly than the rampage the Supreme King went on, but one that is still, dark. There is still very dark implications with this rampage. Okay, now I'm worried about my internet connection. Am I going to get a connection failure? If not, then is my opponent? If my opponent gets a connection failure, I assume that's the end of his winning streak. That would be anticlimactic, wouldn't it, Declan? Well, I assume that the better outcome for him is it's actually my problem. I'm actually leaning towards that as the possibility here. We'll see. Oh, you played something. I see, and I'm still here. Well, go ahead. Strike me down if you can. I know your winning streak means you're good. But we'll see how good. I know your deck, Declan. It can strike me down without even breaking a sweat. You don't have to raise a finger to take me down. But you know what? We're going to see if you're going to get lucky. Are you lucky today, Declan? You better be. I know how your deck functions. I know how it works. And it may be a terrifying deck indeed. But I can take defeat when it happens. I just don't take defeat lightly. Alright. I see how this is. I see how this is going. Alright, well, let's go. I will find my way out. So let's do this. Activate skill. You may win, but at what cost? That's right. At what cost will you win against me? We'll see. We'll definitely see. Anyway, I want to know if you're going to negate anything else. If you are, then go ahead and do it. If you can pay the cost, then do it. I'm waiting, Declan. I'm waiting. I may have to switch decks here, or not. Oh, I see. That's what you're planning. Well, that sucks for me, doesn't it? Alright, well. My turn is over. You won. But we'll see. The end soon enough, won't we? I'm ready to be destroyed, and I'll just come back and win. Over and over and over. My rampage doesn't end with defeats. Not in this game. This time, my rampage ends when I decide it ends. For now, my rampage is going to be rather lengthy. Lengthy indeed. No matter what you do, you can't stop me. Your deck can drop my life points to 0, but I will always be back. The facts, man, the facts. Alright. Well, I honestly do not know if the ban list changes took place or not. I mean, I know that there are ban list changes, but I also know that I was looking forward to how DD players would still make their deck work. So it's not like I acted like that would be the end of the deck. And now, did I know that the deck would be heavily crippled? Well, to some extent, but I didn't think it would be dead. I thought it could still work pretty well. So I guess I will have to take a look at when the ban list changes take place. Or if they've already taken place. To be fair, I'm not quite sure yet. I lost! Well, I better try again. Because my rampage is ongoing. It's ongoing, and it will not end until I say it does. That's right, it will not end until I say it does. Okay, now I can be reasonable, you understand. But I cannot sacrifice everything for someone else, because that doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. Guys, I'm gonna go look. When do these changes take place? Okay. I don't know. About the forbidden limited list. Okay. Well, when do they take place though? Okay, date of forbidden limited list implementation, July 29th. This means that it has not been implemented yet. I still think that DD players will find a way to make their deck work, but they have not yet gotten hit. When they are finally hit, then I will look forward to seeing how they make it come back. But until then, we will have to see. We will have to make do with what happens. Anyway, guys, I had to take a brief break. I will make another video, and it will be connected to this video in 2 parts. But yeah, I'll be back in a second. And my break is over! Anyway, it's going to be easy to edit this video because all I have to do is, I just have to put together part 1 and part 2, that's it. No further changes necessary. I just had to take a break, you know, for a short moment in time. I will definitely have to start calming down here in a bit, but every time I go a bit insane like that, I do feel better afterward. So there is a point to the madness, even if it seems like it's a bit excessive at times. Which, to be fair, my dueling persona, well, it can't be 100% to the letter the way that I wish it could be, because YouTube is YouTube. But yeah, I do think that I have done a fantastic job in making things work. For me, that is. Maybe not in the way that I would like them to work, but they're working. Okay, system going to be off script too, because I don't think I would like that. You know, I'm acting like I have something against him. I have nothing against him. If I said I had something against him, I would be dead in 2 seconds. You think I'm going to say something like that when I'm not going to say anything like that? Like, he's super chill. Super chill. Like, come on, you don't get that from this music. He's chill. He's super chill, but I'm just like, I have no time for chill. I have no chill. Oh god, I should probably start turning it down now. Alright. So, when is my sister getting home again? Let me look. My mom said about 4 on Monday. So, if I really, really need this, and I do, then I need to get up early. Yeah, those really early hours that I like to pretend don't exist. I had to kill my schedule just because I need this out of my system. Do you know how disgusting that is? Having to sacrifice so much of everything just because of her. Just because she can't handle proper parenting. Seriously, my mom is parenting her correctly, but she doesn't respond to proper parenting. She responds by becoming abusive, and that's not okay. And you might think that me insulting my sister isn't okay, and I kind of get where you're coming from, but I cannot really, I can't right now, okay? Let me get it out of my system. Don't fan the flames, okay? I'm not in the best of moods, and I'm probably not going to be for quite some time, because I'm in a bit of a rocky situation here. I mean, listen guys, I'm telling you, she's pushing my body to its limits. I've vomited because of her. I can't hold it back any further than I have already. I have to let some of this out, and I know it may seem inappropriate, maybe downright rude, and yes, I understand you may not like it, but please don't fan the flames, okay? I'm already trying my best to keep things under control. And part of that is allowing myself to flip my shit somewhere. And this is the method I've chosen. This is the medium I have chosen for this. My duels in this game. I do think that there's a point to uploading these videos to YouTube, because I absolutely must get this out of my system. I must have an outlet. This is important. I know my sister is a minor, I know what she needs, but quite frankly, she can't just... It's not acceptable for her to treat my mother the way that she does. Our mother deserves so much better than what she's getting back from her daughter. I have to deal with all of her abuse and all of this shit, and I'm like, Mom, you really don't deserve this. You shouldn't have to deal with this abuse. And I know she feels like that too, but it's hard because she still cares about my sister. She cares about her other daughter, the daughter that abuses her and disrespects her and just openly steps all over her. My sister takes what she has for granted, and dude, when it's painful. You guys have seen some of my videos. I think by now you guys probably know that she's not of a privileged group. For example, I mean, I know it's a tender subject, but she is who she is, and that's not a bad thing by itself. I have no issue with her being who she is in general. It's just, I'm not okay with the abuse. I'm not okay with what she's doing to other people. I'm not okay with that. Again, it's her abuse that I've got a problem with. It's how she's treating our mother. It's how she's treating everyone around her. It's her personality. But there are things about her that are good. She just doesn't lean into that. She prefers to be abusive instead of the person she could be. She could be pleasant. She could be great. She could be this fantastic person that everyone loves to be around. But instead, she chooses this. She chooses the kind of person that no one wants to be around. She chooses the kind of personality that everyone is going to want to avoid. I don't think that's good. That's not good. It's not good for anyone. But it's especially not good for people with a sensitive personality like me. Like, for example, I'm not like this because I want to be. I know that it seems like such a lousy excuse for insulting her the way that I have, but she's done a lot to deserve the insult, guys. Trust me. I'm not just throwing around insults for no reason. She's really done a lot of damage. And she's mostly done the damage to me, even though our mother is her primary abuse target. Our mother is her primary abuse target, but I feel like I take it, it's much more harsh in my case. And I didn't want to say this at first, but I mean, my mom openly has said that I pretty much seem to be the one most affected by this, the most negatively affected by her behavior. And she's acknowledging that, so I feel like it's okay for me to acknowledge it too, that my sister is causing me to feel like this, and that isn't okay, even though she is a minor. Her being a minor does not excuse her behavior. It makes it worse. It has to stop before it gets worse. I simply cannot, it's just what it is, but I know that that my behavior may not necessarily be acceptable either. It's just, what is acceptable? My situation is, it's not common. There isn't really a set way of dealing with something like this when there are so many factors that are unique to me, my family. There are so many things that really just aren't common. And because of that, no one can really say what is a good idea for me. Because they don't know me, they don't know my history, no one knows what I'm dealing with internally. It's impossible for them to know. There's just a lot going on, and it's really wearing on me. I have to emphasize that I don't necessarily want to treat my sister like this. I don't want to act like this, but the way that she has treated others has driven me to be like this. It's driven me to be the kind of person I am now. The kind of person that is a bit nuts. The kind of person that will insult another person simply because a lot of things are going on, and she's not the only one with issues. I'm trying to heal, but she's getting in the way of that, quite frankly, by being who she is in the present. She doesn't have to be like this. She doesn't have to be the bitch she is. And the fact that I'm insulting her, I can stop. But it's hard to stop if she's just being bad. As long as she's like this, I don't really feel like I'm able to stop being the way that I am now. She's done this to herself. She's done this to herself by choosing to hurt people. And I will stop when it comes to being around her. I don't want her to know how I feel, because in some ways, that's not something to push onto a minor. And I do have my limits there. But while I do have my limits there, she doesn't have any limits with me. And it hurts. And because of that, I have to do what it takes to keep myself under control. And I need my body to stay healthy. Part of this means acknowledging my emotional state. That things aren't necessarily what I want them to be. That I am in the middle of a situation that is not normal, not healthy. And I will do whatever it takes to not hurt her directly, or if possible at all. But I am not okay with this. I am not okay with her behavior. And even if you're not okay with my behavior in these recent videos, just know that I am willing to stop. I just can't right now. My mental health needs to it needs to be a priority at some point, and this is then. This is that point. My priority is me right now. That's how things are. So guys, that wraps things up for this video. And I will see you guys in my next one. I will probably be a little more chill, but we'll see.